Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. I hope you're doing well. I had a weekend of just recuperating, taking naps, just relaxing, watching movies. It's Sunday, and after this video I'm going to clean at least 25 records. I have gotten some new stuff in, not new records, but used new, whatever you want to call it. And what a rough week it has been, dealing with narcissistic type people. Boy, it didn't get any better than that. I get tired of it. But anyway, let's get to the purpose of this video. This video I'm going to show a few new things. One thing that I traded for a couple of Sundays ago, I think it's the first Sunday of this month. I don't remember. Then I want to talk a little bit about my journey into progressive rock music, but I don't want to make this video too long, so excuse me if I talk really fast. I picked this up off of eBay, and sorry about the glare here, but I think it's best this way. This is Bad Company's Run with the Pack, their third album, 1976. Didn't know that this album was recorded in France. Somebody on eBay made a good deal with for me. You know, I'm not doing no more of the YouTube auctions anymore. I'll just put it that way. So I got a good deal on this. This was mixed in LA by Eddie Kramer. I thought that was very good, very cool, excuse me. But there's some really good rock songs on here, like Live for the Music, Run with the Pack, Silver, Blue and Gold, Young Blood. Yeah, these good hard rock, blues rock songs. So that was a new pickup. This other one I picked up, I don't really know much about the music on it, but here recently we were all informed about the sad passing of Robbie Robertson. And I used to see this album and did not realize that it was produced by him. So I'm excited about getting this album. He plays guitar on this, as well as Garth, what was his name? Hudson from the band. And so they are on this Neil Diamond album, which is called Beautiful Noise. Beautiful Noise. Got it for a few bucks. And so I'm excited about it. It is going to be new to me because I don't know much about it. This is the inner sleeve. And this album is a series of recollections seen through the eyes of a young songwriter making his way through the streets of New York City's Tin Pan Alley in the 60s. And I believe that's, yeah, Neil Diamond, that he is talking about himself. Did I even show that this is a gatefold? Let me show that real quick. So it has Robbie Robertson, and so I'm thinking that it's going to be, well, you have Neil Diamond too, so, and Jess Ed Davis, another guitar player. It's going to be a good album. I'm excited about listening to that. Now this one I got in a trade. And I thought it was a record store day release, and once it was gone, I thought, dang, I had my chance and I missed it. Well, apparently it's not. This is Bill Evans' Synopsis or something like that. And I'm a big fan of Bill Evans. In fact, if I just want to hear two piano players, no, actually three, Andrew Hill, Bill Evans, and Herbie Hancock. I think that those three artists do it for me for jazz piano players. There might be a few others, but I've kind of slowed down on some jazz stuff. I used to think that I need to get everything of it, but there's just like some of it I can live without it. If I want to hear a good jazz piano, not that the other ones are not good, but I want to hear Bill Evans, Andrew Hill, or Herbie Hancock. And there might be another one. A few others, but anyway, this album is reissued. It's on this MPS Records, which is a German jazz record company, formed in 1968. The album sounds real good. I listened to it quite a bit. Here's a little sticker. I don't know how true this is, but hey, I didn't have a problem with this album. In fact, it's still on my turntable, and we'll play it again as I'm cleaning some records today. Okay, now I'm going to go through this other part kind of fast, leading up to an album that was released just had its anniversary back on August 18th. And it's one of my favorite progressive rock albums, okay? But one day, I think it's because somebody was holding up Abbey Road, or I saw one of those little shorts and somebody had Abbey Road, and I thought, Abbey Road, I love the record. It's in my top 10 favorite Beatle albums, but I always look at that album and remember listening to it, and I think it's one of the stepping stones that led me on my journey through progressive rock music, and I'll share some of the reasons why. One of the reasons why is the song I Want You, She's So Heavy. That is a long song, but the Beatles do a very good job of that song. I mean, a lot of long songs are not that great, but this one is really good. It rocks. They didn't write very many lyrics. Just everything about it is just long and kind of like it keeps building up, being a progressiveness. The other thing too is side 2, when you have all these songs that run into each other with a little bit of a separation at the end with Her Majesty, which I don't think it's mentioned on here. So I always look at Abbey Road as that stepping stone for me, ProgHat, to go through the door and venture into wanting to hear progressive music. I think the Beatles were one of those groups that did that, as well as other groups from that British invasion, which led me to Pink Floyd metal. I remember getting this album. I used to be part of the, what did they call it, Big Brothers, Big Sisters, and I had a big brother who bought this for me on cassette. And the song Echoes, very progressive. The other song is One of These Days, with that real edginess. You don't know if someone's going to lose it or is about to lose it, but you do. You hear that part about one of these days I'm going to cut you into little bitty pieces. So it's pretty heavy. It's like it's almost like a song for a real bad nightmare. Okay, but yeah, that's another stepping stone. Here's the other one. Yes, Relayer. I just love this record. This record has some jazz moments in it too as well. The Gates of Delirium. I love that track. And Sound Chaser. Those are my two favorites off this album. And pardon the glare here, but it is Yes, Relayer, and I'm lazy and I didn't want to take it out of the plastic. Now it leads to the record that I want to talk about for a few minutes. This album came out, it was released a couple of days ago, and I am talking about one of my favorite Yes albums, Yes Drama. Now, I forget the story about that. I think this is one of those Kevin Gray, maybe not, I don't remember. But this album doesn't have the vocals of John Anderson, but I like the vocals on here. I like the remake of the song The Camera, which is, I believe, is the band Bogles. I used to have that album. I got rid of it. I don't know why. I could never get into it really. And then I say that and then I find it real cheap and I pick it up again. But this album, I think, is one of the albums platform that led for progressive other groups to come out, other records to be made, like, this thing that they call neon prog. I think they were influenced by this record. This record it's got a new wave edge to it, but then when you hear the song Machine Messiah, you hear that nice progressiveness, that long song. Into the Lens, it's another great song. The amazing bass playing of Chris Squires is totally, he is on it. I think they did a very, very good record. I don't remember where this record was recorded, maybe London, but I did know a friend who saw them on this tour. And he said, of course, you know, that's expected. That, let me see here. Jeffrey Downs doing, I believe, most of the vocals, but I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Run Through the Light, Tempest Fiji, or I never understood how to say that, but anyway, going back to my friend's experience, he really enjoyed the concert, but he felt like they shouldn't be doing the Yes songs that were John Anderson, the ones with the John Anderson vocals, because you could tell that those guys could not reach those high notes, especially when they did Roundabout. But he said overall it was a great show. I never got a chance to see any of the Yes lineups. Came close a couple of times, but that's just how it goes. So happy anniversary to Yes Drama. I'm glad that Yes made that record. I love it. I play it a lot. I like the music on it, and it is very well done and very well produced. Folks, thank you for checking out my videos and visiting my channel. Please leave me a comment. If you like what I do here, hit the subscribe button. And recently I got another little spike of subscribers, so I really appreciate that very, very much. Who's to say, maybe later on today I might do another video. We'll see. Take care.